everyone, welcome to Cooking with Jason, where I make good food for good people. Today I'm having some friends over and I'm making some grilled cheese sandwiches, which a lot of people think is a very simple dish, but there's so many different variations you can do on it. And the variation I'm doing today is actually one I'm kind of stealing from Padma Lakshmi's cookbook, Tangy, Tart, Hot and Sweet. But I'm making it myself, so it's not really stealing, it's just cooking like you're supposed to. So what I'm doing is, rather than just cheese on bread, I'm using Manchego cheese, which is this wonderful Spanish cheese. It's kind of tangy, tart, hot, and sweet. No, it's just tangy. And I've also got some apricot spread, which a lot of people wouldn't think to pair with cheese, especially in a grilled cheese sandwich, but it's actually very wonderful. They melt together into this gooey, nasty mess. Not nasty, but just wonderful, lovely sandwich, and I think you're really going to like how it turns out. So I start by taking our apricot spread, and I'm just using Smucker's today, but you can use a nicer one if you want. You can use, I get a lot of good stuff from Trader Joe's a lot of the time, and I usually pick one piece of bread to be my major, like, apricot side. Like I put the spread on both pieces of bread to make it stick together really well. But I pick like this piece of bread is going to be my major apricot side. You don't want it to be overpowering, but you still want the bread to adhere to each other before the cheese melts. So then this side I just put a little bit extra on. As you can see, I've already prepared 3 of the other sandwiches for the cooking process. So the bread is good and apricotted up, and I'm using a nice sourdough bread that I bought at the local farmer's market today. And I'm using a lot of ingredients that I bought at the farmer's market actually. And I've shredded the Manchego cheese. And I like to use a lot of cheese, so I'm going to use probably about a good half a cup on the sandwich. And if it spills over the side or falls through the cracks in the bread, even better. Then you get that nice little caramelized cheese on there. I think that's fantastic. It's nice and chewy, delicious, a little bit salty. I'm using a little butter then to butter the bread. That is, spreadable at room temperature. Don't take it right out of the fridge and try to spread it on the bread, or you'll just tear the bread apart, and it'll be a big nasty to-do. Okay. So we've got our sandwiches assembled and buttered. So now we're going to move over to the stove top and use a non-stick pan. Light it up and let this get nice and hot. Alright, so the pan is good and hot now. I'm going to go ahead and put the sandwiches on. Nice little crackle sizzle. I'm just going to do 2 at a time because that's all my pan will take. What I like to do is cover the pan with tin foil for the first leg of the journey, and that way it'll trap the heat in and really melt the cheese and melt the inside of the sandwich really well. Okay, I think it's about time to flip our sandwiches. This is a pretty exciting part of the sandwich journey. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, look at that. That's pretty, huh? See how you got a little bit of the cheese coming through there? That's fine, nothing wrong with that. Looking nice. Digging this. I'm going to recover it again. Because I really like that cheese in the middle to get nice and gooey, and you really got to trap the heat in to do that. But it's going to cook a little bit faster now because the pan's entirely heated up. The sandwich is already warmed up, so you don't want to leave it as long on the second side as you do on the first side. So they've cooled enough now. I'm going to do a nice oblique slice. Boom, boom. Got nice and melted inside. Apricot is melted in with the cheese, looking all pretty. Yeah, pour this wine that you guys brought. It looks lovely.
It's an 06, which I hear was
06.
Stellar.
Good Spanish here for the Spaniards. Which will go well. What I prepared for you guys was I made some grilled cheese sandwiches with manchego cheese, which is Spanish, and some apricot spread on a nice sourdough that I got at the farmer's market this morning. I also made a nice little salad out of broccoli slaw, Fuji apples, and dried cranberries. And we got some fresh blueberries from the market as well. The real reason I wanted to have you over today was just wanted to tell you that Renee killed herself this morning.
I understand. Still really good.